Hi there, David Lee for the James Bond Dossier, and it is Saturday the 2nd of February 2019. Last night was the first night I drank alcohol for a month. I didn't actually have anything Bond related, though. Rum and Coke, dark rum and Coke, good squeeze of lime in that, very, very good, and a couple of beers, so just getting back into the alcohol again. So probably, maybe you don't expect it since I wrote the complete guide to the drinks of James Bond. It's at jamesbonddrinks.com, but there you go. Everybody's got to give their liver a break sometimes. Anyway, today, I don't know if you can tell, I did a quick test earlier on and the difference was pretty negligible, but I do have a new mic. We'll see if that's any good or not. You can, if you want to let me know if the sound has improved, then either leave a comment depending on where you are watching or listening to this, shoot me an email, m@thejamesbonddossier.com, but be polite. You know, I've had a couple of comments left which were just unacceptable, so to those people, well, screw you. Okay, so yesterday I was talking about Die Another Day, and I said I'd talk about Casino Royale today, and thinking back to that, and it really, I wanted to talk, before I get onto the film, I'll probably do it in a different episode, I wanted to talk about the lead up to Casino Royale, because that's really when I started getting involved with the MI6 forums and the forums over at Absolutely James Bond, and because there was this kind of vibrant community online, I really started to follow what was happening with the films. With Die Another Day, because I live in Spain, I was aware that they were shooting down in Cádiz. They had Pierce Brosnan and the filming on the news, so I was aware that was happening. But I wasn't really following what was happening with the film very much until about September, October of 2002. I started to really dive into the forums, and after that, it was just, well, what's going to happen next? Are we going to have a film in 2 years, 3 years? And then there was these rumours coming about that, well, first of all, I think it was Quentin Tarantino announced that he wanted to make Casino Royale starring Pierce Brosnan. And then there were rumours that Brosnan was out. And eventually, that he confirmed that himself, I think, but that must have been 2004. But you know, if you watch the additional disc on the Die Another Day double disc collector's edition, whatever it's called, ultimate edition, there's an interview with Barbara Broccoli when she says Pierce Brosnan is their Bond, and of course he's going to be invited back for a fifth, but well, it never happened. And there were rumours that Daniel Craig had been offered the job in, I think it was about April, May 2005, and I remember I was over in Girona having lunch with some friends, and one of them said, "Oh yeah, Daniel Craig's been offered the role of Bond." I said, "No, it hasn't been confirmed. And to be honest, I didn't think he would get the role of Bond, because he just wasn't my idea of what Bond should be like. So fast forward to October that year, and he was something like the 10th of October, if memory serves me right, and they had a big press conference and introduced a very, very nervous Daniel Craig to the world as James Bond. So, and still, I wasn't sure what to think. And the whole thing was on video, so and on streaming video. God, Need to be clear on that. It was streamed online, very early example of that. And when my then girlfriend got back from work, I said, look, they've unveiled a new James Bond today. This is him. Her answer was, or her response was, wow, now that is James Bond. That's how I imagine him from reading Casino Royale, which it remains, I think, the only book that she's read. So I was a bit surprised at how positive she was, but I judge her opinion of men, and so I didn't have a problem with Bond if he could if Daniel Craig could convince my girlfriend that he was James Bond, then I was convinced too. So I never had a problem with Daniel Craig from that point on, and didn't bite when all the Daniel Craig is not Bond stuff was going on, and the continual tabloid rumours that he couldn't drive a manual car and all that kind of rubbish. Okay, so I've been going on for long enough today. That's it for today, and I suppose tomorrow I'll actually talk about the film, I suppose, unless there's anything else that comes to mind before then. Okay, jamesbonddossier.com/watch or /listen, or what else? That's it. I'll be back tomorrow. See you then.